You know what? In our new outpost, let's get a Druid's Apprentice, some slingers, toss some slingers around here so we can get another batch of dudes to go out there. Continue to work our way towards the 50 dudes in all locations, just so we can't possibly lose those forces when we send them out. That's a lot of dispossessed spirits. So you have the Touch of Death. How good is that? That is... It is weakness, but it doesn't do much else beyond that. So, Hussar. When the Hussars arrive, you will repeat ritual Messenger Crows down here, purely so we can capture all the nearby forests here. You ranch, you will also pop on through Keep Walking and Messenger Crows. Because you will be slow, and the hero might be able to catch up one day. Oh yeah, the Senator carked it early. Senator carked it early. Let's see here. Who actually did die incredibly early? Because I don't remember score graphs. Take out everyone, because I'm just curious of who died off like immediately and who didn't. Although this game has been going on for quite a while. The Senator died about half. I'll leave mine up for reference timeline-wise. Senator died a little bit less than halfway through. High Priestess just died. Barbarian still lives and is growing, and I hate that. Witch died instantly. The other Druid lived about a fourth of the way through the game. I think that was actually one of my first major fights. Cultist was my first major fight. He also died. Barbarian died early. Other High Priestess died early. Illusionist didn't exist. Voice of El didn't exist. Bakemono took forever to get killed off. Another Voice of El died early. Dryad Queen died early. Barbarian died early. The Dwarf Queen existed until I nuked her into non-existence, and now we just have the Barbarians to deal with. Obviously. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that, because attempting to figure out what happens with the Illusionist on most occasions is usually just not healthy for the mind. Alright, that's a healthy amount of forces that we just picked up. How about here? What else do we got? I mean, I guess we can just move around in this general direction and pick up everything that's here. Oh, baby. These are starting to turn into respectable armies. Worry not, Pikachu song. I know that's not true. And the only reason I know for a fact is I was scrying for so long. I have revealed so much of the map in Hades, if I can find Hades real quick. I would know from by now, from the amount of scrying I had done in Hades, if they were there. You cannot scare me, for I am not able to be scared. That's a lie. Guess keep heading down south and try to pick some other stuff up. I don't want to dig down to hell, please. We already have the floating cube and the statue of Hades right next to each other. We have, like, something else not go wrong for once. There are bandits here. I forgot there were, like, a metric ton of bandits for no reason. We're going to have a nightmare. You know what? Just for funsies, let's just go across and see what we can do. Maybe we can clear out some more dispossessed spirits in the general area. Alright, druids. You guys are very, very close to your objective. And under the protection of the forest shepherds, just keep moving. "22 dispossessed spirits. Why are there so many? Why can't it be just slightly less?" Alright, we can still gut them pretty quickly. Anything worth recruiting? Nope, definitely not. So we'll just end it here. Yes, I have 10 commanders with AP left. We're still draining commanders. Oh, they're all dead. Why do you keep showing me this? Maybe? They killed the blue giants. They killed the blue giants. Thank goodness. I've lost so many forest shepherds to that. It wasn't even funny. Oh, ambushed by dispossessed spirits. Like, I remember there was like a doom stack of bandits that were running around earlier, but I just can't remember where those are. I don't know why I skipped that. That was a fight I really wanted to see. I need to, like, slow my roll. See if there's actually a fight that's remotely interesting out of all of these. We already know how that turns out, so it's not worth my time. They're all still fighting in about the same region. They're not moving. One solace for the librarian of that mage hut, and since it died to a slinger, did rock just beat paper? In that case, yes, rock did just beat paper. It, managed to spread a lot of crimson red sauce all over that paper. Okay, we already know how this goes. The forest shepherds lose this guaranteed. I'm just curious to see how many they actually end up killing. I'm not going to guess many. I love how you can see it when the max health of a creature gets reduced. Just because you see they look like they get healed after they take a hit, and you just know that that battle affliction that popped up is just max health reduction. So the question is did Hussar, our lowly hero, survive? And thus, can we pick up the Hydra skin, or do we have to send someone back to pick up the Hydra skin armor? Because that's something I rather wouldn't lose. Oh my goodness! So many useless battles! He lived. The unexpected hero gets a few more kills to his name. Well, I might as well have fun. Asar, go and catch up. Oh, by the way, before I forget, what do you have item-wise? Bloodstone Amulet. Let's just put that. I normally love regeneration, alright? And I like the fact that you're experienced. But just an Ent with regeneration is so mind-bogglingly silly. It's 10% 30. Half of that is the 5%. So he's regenerating 15 hit points per turn. So we'll see how long it takes for this Ent to eventually die. But I've got a very, very good feeling that this Ent in particular is basically actually, wait. No, the Ent with experience, enough experience on it to have a level. Because it'll soon gain, it gained the extra strength, I think, already. But now it just needs to gain one additional strength. Oh no, it needs to hit level 2. Once it hits level 2, it will gain its, it'll gain the additional strength, so all of its branches will hit even harder. It's gonna get freaking swole. Oh yeah, I was sending you in this direction. It's like, I keep wanting to look at this and say, no, I'm not sending you there. And then I forget that, yes, I am actually sending him here to just do another once-over and pick up whatever defenders he can get. Well, we're almost at the Walnut Wood, so we can get even more forces. And Forest Shepherds. Okay. Hi there. I think this is enough. I would love to. I would very much love to. Renaming is turned on, but I have to edit the in-game files to be able to do it. And I'm very lazy. And so I need to like look into how to do that. But I do intend to like rename stuff on the regular. You know, Ents, like, anything from the Summon Legendary Creature spell is just going to be, what the hell? Is just going to be straight better than anything else the game can give you. It's so hard to use the Summon Legendary Creature spell effectively unless you're at this stage of the game where you make a Summon Legendary Creature spell every turn. Note, we are, in fact, still waiting to gain one more creature from the Summon Legendary Creature spell before we've actually finished off the spell entirely. I'm not going to elaborate on what that one is just yet, because we should be getting it before too long. So I hope we do. Go to the ancient temple, kill the dispossessed spirits. What's the worst that can happen? So you're done recruiting. You're done recruiting. You're done recruiting. You are not done recruiting. What else doesn't have at least 50 slingers? We need it in the Dwarven City. Alright. And then Hades had a grumble. You boys, reach the Mushwood now. So next turn you guys can start boosting yourselves through the ranks of Druid so we can get a bunch of Elder Druids to just start going all out just this once. I'm sorry, like, I looked at this and saw 29 freaking Forest Shepherds. Like, maybe 100 dispossessed spirits could take them on. Purely from sheer numbers standpoint, the Shepherds cannot easily be killed because you can't surround them. Like, Jesus, I need those guys to, like, get out there and do something. Alright. How close are our groups to getting to the front line? Very. We still have this section to clean up of our forces. And we technically have, if we like spawn a commander or two up here, we can collect these guys and start heading down south. And maybe we can, I don't know, hit both sides simultaneously and try to get all their commanders killed. That'd be the only other real option we've got. Alright, end the turn. Let's continue. I have 10 commanders with AP left. Oh no, woohoo. I like watching the crossbowmen work. Like, the crossbowmen will eventually kill, but hey, we can at least do something while we're doing this. Almost took the guard tower. Get out of our coal mine. Get out of here. Okay, look. I can't help that the Shepherds are actually clinically brain dead. If I see you lost 29 dudes because we swapped from winter to summer, I'm going to be pissed. And I'm going to have very legitimate reasons to be that angry. Wow, the Shepherds actually are, like... The Shepherds are doing work. They're going to start dying now because they took so much aggregate damage, but the entirety of this Barbarian frontline is almost dead. Actually, the Sorceress is down. Our main DPS is dead and the Shepherds win. The Shepherds claim one of their commanders and armies. Funny thing is, the Shepherds also factor into my armies. They really shouldn't, but they do. And for that, I'm just laughing incoherent. I'm like internally laughing because I just know that my army size looks inflated beyond belief, but most of it's not really made up of good units. There's a lot of units, and that we're just now collecting, and probably will never be able to collect all of them, because by the time we're done collecting and moving our army down south, more will be spawning. It's like we're doing a recruitment drive. No, like, there's certain rules that I can't show certain types of videos on YouTube, and I think that previous video had violated the terms and services, so I couldn't let it continue. I need to find wherever those ridiculous amounts of just spawned-in creatures are. I don't know where these came from. I don't know, but I think Hades is going to part 2 of its summons. I'm sorry. Hades had a grumble. So is it still just dispossessed spirits? No, it's actually summoning other stuff. Interesting. Interesting. Well, again, my strategy is actually kind of working. Because all of these units are right next to the barbarian side of things, so they can't advance without running into Hades. So I'm actually still okay with this. Hades had a grumble. Alright. You gentlemen, get your powers together. You are now druids. And in one more turn, you shall become even more ridiculous than anything you could have ever possibly have been alone. Can I... No, I don't have enough units yet. Keep walking. You are probably actually going to join up and make a doom stack of around 100 to continue marching south. You branch Whisperwood. Head up here, because you're almost out. You are so close to being out of this mess. Asar, chase your master. You're almost there. Hades might have had a grumble, but my forces still severely outnumber anything that's going on there. Huh, my army's actually kind of topped off. Interesting, it's actually starting to take a downturn. I'm thinking that's just because of the sheer amount of things that are dying consistently. But we're going to start summoning a bunch of units, so I think we're going to skyrocket again. So, what do we got here? Nothing that's actually worth going into the Ancient Forest for. Yeah, we need to give time for these guys to regenerate, so you just march on through. You march south and grab the wolves and bears. I think you'll skip this over, actually. Head to the watchtower, because you're actually going to pick up a lot of slingers. Yeah, they did have blaster rifles here, didn't you know? The blaster rifles cause a lot of death and decay. And that is not just for show. Alright, let's see if we can kill off those dispossessed spirits that are in the north. North is grim and full of dangers, but so are we, never strangers. For we will rise and claim our glory, this druid of all shall end your story. For we march down south to the beat of war, and here we are forevermore, even more and more forces that we'll bring down south to the barbarian for our king. Welcome back, Salrock. We've finally moved out. We've discovered the island. It would have been so good if there was a single ancient forest on this island, because I would have ended this game a long time ago. But instead, here we are, marching everything we've got down south, while the undead are rising. The floating cube continues to spawn horrors from beyond the veil, and we continue to march south in our attempt to wipe out everything related. We try to wipe out everything related to the barbarian in one fell swoop with doom stacks of 200. Would you believe it, off-topic person, that I had actually pulled the same joke last night on a bunch of friends, admittedly. On a bunch of in-real-life friends, admittedly, but we kept making increasingly horrible jokes about the dad who walked out on their son's life to go get a pack of cigarettes and then never came back. How many more do we got? No one else to move. Nothing else really to recruit. Because we've got the 50s in all strongholds, so losing our strongholds. I recruited in the wrong place. Deserted port. We have more, so let's transfer out more. Welcome, we have another section of additional dudes to continue to head south. You're still summoning Jesus! So, if you wanted a visual representation of what 500 animals looks like, that is however many rows of 20 units apiece, all put together. And we have a level 4 goat. I could, if I really wanted to, bring this down to an ancient forest and teleport all these animals down and just have them be a sacrificial lamb for the first army. Mantises they don't have magical snip-snips. You're thinking of the mantis horrors. Acid spit does work against it, though. So the sheer amount of ants means that I'm basically unkillable. So let's keep going. Yes, 9 commanders have AP left. I can't be bothered. Alright. So the slingers just need to kill them before they arrive. We got him. No deaths here, but very close to death. They just kind of mistake them as really mad fog and attack it. It's kind of like if you tell your dog to just attack something and the dog is loyal, it'll just immediately do so without question. In the hall of the Mountain King, our forces ring. I don't know where I'm going with this. I like to rhyme, I like to sing. But at the same time, I can't really think of anything that I would really do with this. Come on! We keep... Wow. That's significantly less than I'm used to. We might actually be running out of forces to the extent of us actually not having 1,000 encounters each turn. God, Hades is moving. Come on, Hades, can you buzz off? For 5 minutes. I know it's trying to simulate the battles, and that's what, like, the stop is, but it really doesn't need to simulate much. The fights are won, usually, or lost based on numbers alone. And I've yet to see the RNG work in something's favor where it just lives and survives in spite of everything that happens to it. The winter has come, and with it a lull in our actions. Okay, look, son, look.